Hello. Hello. Welcome to the stream. It is time. We're starting like 15 minutes late. I apologize. I had pancakes for breakfast. I got up early to make them. Evidently, I did not get up early enough. Oh well. They were good. I enjoyed them. Anyway. Is my mic working? Yes, it is good. Fire Emblem. It's time for the final chapter of Fire Emblem Engage. Yeah, boy. Yeah, baby. It's... What is this? Stream number 17, I think? Maybe? It's been a long time coming. We may still do a couple more for like the DLC stories, because we haven't finished getting through the lyrics of the song with my stream titles yet. But that'll be something I'll figure out next week. See like what we're going to do while I'm waiting for the Pokemon DLC to drop. But yes. For now, that's for the future. For now, Fire Emblem. I mean, we're going to finish them. You know what I mean. We're finishing the main story. My brain is a bit frizzed at the moment. My tea is not even warm anymore. I made it while I was having breakfast, but I took too long. So what we're going to do in today's stream, we do have a couple support and bond conversations to go through. So we're going to start with that, and then we're going to get into the final chapter. I have gone and I believe reclassed everyone that had hit their max level. So we should all be good there. And yeah. That's about it. So let's get into it. Yeah, shut up.
Fire Emblem. Engage.
Let me just full screen it so I can see what I'm doing. So you may be able to see I have made some like a couple alternate save files. This way, if like it's like, yep, the game's finished, you can't go back to it now. This way I have a spare save file like right before the end, so that I can then go into the DLC story. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to do that on stream or not, but we'll see. We'll see. My team down there. I don't know what the character limit for the final chapter is. Hopefully I get to take everyone and I don't have to like leave two behind, because like the last couple chapters have all been 14 units, so hopefully I still get to take 14 into the final. Anyway, reference. We'll do the bond ones first, because they're short.
You keep giving me this goofy smile. Am I really that funny?
Oh, it's not that. You remind me of someone. He was very dear to me.
What about me reminds you of him? Is he great at impressions or something?
It's your walk. You're so light on your feet that it's easy to lose track of your footsteps.
There, I believe Micaiah is referring to Soth, a character from her game, who is also of the Thief class. Next, Seedal and Corrin.
When I read your fortune, Le Choix comes up. The choice card. It suggests difficult decisions.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
I've made hard choices, yes. And every choice I've made has come with sacrifice and loss.
You know, they kind of dance around which route this version of Corrin is from. I don't think Revelation came with much loss. Almost everyone survived that one. The only important character that dies, well, not even important. The only character that really dies in Revelations, oh no, Izana as well. Izana and Scarlet, they die in that route.
I made a choice at the fortress to join this fight. The risks are great, but it is the right path.
I'm glad you don't regret it. But if it ever seems like too much, know that I'm here for you.
Well, that's nice. And then finally, Ivy and Lynn.
Being an emblem's not so bad, but at times I wish I could wander the world more freely.
It took leaving my country altogether for me to realize how much I had been missing. I have no easy solution for you. Perhaps we could take walks together, for a start?
Oh, that'd be great! Thank you, Ivy. I'm glad I can confide in you about things like this.
For some reason that feels a little like anticlimactic, considering, you know, Lynn was the emblem assigned to Ivy's country. But whatever. Anyway, we've got two here. We've got Yunaka and Seedal and Ivy and Panette, both A rank.
Yunaka, what's wrong? Where's that boundless joy of yours gone?
I can't do it. I can't face the audience. It's too much. I've got to sit this one out. I'm sorry.
What? You were excited to get up on stage the last time I saw you. What happened?
All the nice things you said, choosing me as the lead, it was all really flattering. But I've never had so many people depending on me before. What if I'm a letdown? They're here to enjoy themselves. Can they really do that with someone like me on stage?
Yunaka, did you enjoy acting and dancing during our rehearsals? Was it fun performing?
Of course it was.
Well, if you enjoyed it, then the audience will enjoy it too. If you don't trust yourself on this, can you at least trust me? I promise you, everyone is going to have a good time. My eyes are closed.
Okay.
My hand is here. If you trust me, then take it. And never let go.
Your lines. Why are you...
I find it interesting that, like, whenever there's a ... they still have to make some sort of noise. They can't just let it be silence. Like, okay.
If you're certain this is what you want, I'm willing to believe in you.
Thank you for taking my hand. You are meant to be on that stage, Yunaka.
As long as I've got your guarantee, I can honestly say I feel a lot better.
Soon, everyone will see you for the talented performer I know you to be.
Thanks, Seedal. Okay, let's not keep them waiting. There's a lot of folks out there counting on us to make them smile.
Where? Did we invite a bunch of people to the Somniel, or are they going down off the Somniel to perform? Because, like, you get they have other backgrounds for supports. They don't all take place in the Somnial. So it's odd that they're talking about, oh, all these people are waiting to watch us perform while they're in the Somnial.
I cannot tell you how sorry I am for taking you to those ruins.
Please, don't worry about it.
I didn't even think to ask if you were afraid of ghosts. How horribly careless. Please, allow me to atone for my error. Whatever you need done, I will do.
Okay, I've finished my tea.
You don't need to atone for anything. I'm fine. I seldom need to go anywhere alone, so I've scarcely felt my new crippling fear of solitude.
What?
The howling wind keeps me awake at night, but I've learned to scream myself into exhaustion.
What?
And so what if the creak of a floorboard renders me motionless for hours on end? I don't mind. I have accepted that the lifetime of fear I went through in a single day has scarred me forever.
Oh, you poor woman. I am so very sorry.
With the way Panette speaks, that sounded so insincere.
No, I'm sorry. I had to tease you a little. I'm fine, Panette, really. I understand that you brought me to that place because you thought it would make me happy. Please don't worry about it ever again.
Don't worry about it. I put you through a terrible ordeal.
Your intention was purely for me to enjoy it, was it not?
I mean, intentions only go so far. They are important, but the results are also important.
Well, yes, but...
That is what matters to me. Thank you.
Oh, all right. If you are certain... Do you think, despite this horrible blunder, we might still be friends?
Of course. So long as you tell me where we're going ahead of time from now on. And no more haunted places, please.
Of course. From now on, we stay in the land of the living.
That was a nice way to end our ridiculous amount of supports that we've gone through over the course of this playthrough. But now, it is time to depart. It is time for our final bout. Can we still make it through without losing anyone? Bro, shut up. What? You can access the final battle with the fellow dragon Somron from the second floor balcony of the Somnial's Cafe Terrace? What? Huh? Why? Okay. If I press to next chapter, where does it take me? Oh, is it taking me over to the... No? I thought it was gonna... Oh, it's probably taking me to... Yeah. Okay, how do I go back to the Somnial? How do I go back to the Somnial? Menu, Emblem brings inventory, marketplace, reference, storehouse. Ah, travel. Okay, that was awkward. Alright. Ah, there it is. It's up there. I don't know why they did that, but sure. To the final battle.
The final battle is upon us. When you are ready, we will move the Somniel itself to the portal.
Oh, right, because he opened the portal up in the sky, so we're, like, traveling via the Somniel.
Once
Okay.
we face the Fell Dragon, there may be no turning back.
Makes sense.
Are you ready of mind and equipped for what's ahead?
I am not ready because I need to close my blinds a little. The sun's always at a perfect angle to shine right in my eyes. The portal to another world. Up we
Somniel
go.
is ascending. We should reach Sombron soon.
Wait, so is the final battle going to take place on the Somniel, or are we going to step off of it into
Let's
whatever's
win this
in there?
battle and then return home together.
It would be kind of neat if this area that's been like our home throughout the story was actually the setting of the final battle, but probably not.
Yes, of course.
Eh? Marth?
Marth? What's happening to you?
Eh? Oh, he's running out of power.
I can't hide this any longer, can I?
Hide what?
It's almost time for him to go home.
There's something I should tell you before we arrive.
Aaliyah.
The portal has destabilized our world.
Oh?
I lack physical form, as do the other emblems. We may not be able to hold ourselves together.
I had no idea. I wish I had realized. But if the portal is doing this, then it's only temporary, right? After we close it, you and the other emblems will recover.
The moment the portal closes, there will be a great distortion. We will not be able to withstand it.
Oh no.
What are you saying?
When the battle is done and the portal closed, all emblems aside from you will cease to be.
I thought they were just gonna go home.
You mean if we defeat Sombron, if we close the portal, we'll lose you and the other emblems?
Yes.
We've been together this whole time, and now you're just going to disappear? Please, Marth. I don't want to lose you and the others. We need you.
It's a bit too late for that.
Leaving the portal open would doom this world. Would you prefer that?
No, but...
We emblems came into existence in order to aid this realm. We would do anything to protect the people of Helios, even if it means our end.
So our promise to rebuild Helios together, our plan to see the world, none of that is possible.
I'm so sorry.
Aaliyah.
There's no need to apologize. I've asked so much of you. Too much. But when I thought about a future with you by my side, I felt truly happy.
There is a promise I can still keep. In Lethos, the day you awoke, what did I say when you summoned me? Your ally, until the very end.
I remember.
I will never break that promise. Until this war's end. Until my own. I will stay by your side.
You're so kind, Marth. You've always been so kind.
You are too. That's why we've made it this far. More than your strength, it's your care for others that has brought us all here.
Thank you.
It's always the way. Fire Emblem has always been a true my friends are my power series.
Now prepare yourself. We'll arrive at the portal soon.
I'm ready. So, this is the portal to other worlds.
Okay, so we have disembarked. Cool.
It's beautiful, but very cold.
You two, here.
Hello, Mr. Horns clipping through chest.
Sombron.
Papa,
I did not expect you to survive, let alone reach me here.
We've come to stop you from destroying Elios.
I am done with your worthless world. Return to it and shut the portal. Live in peace there. You stay in your world. I now leave for other ones. That should satisfy us both.
Okay, so how do we close the portal then?
You're going to return and attack Elios again. We'll never believe you wouldn't. And you've caused too much suffering, too much loss to run free. We will defeat you right now and prevent you from invading any other worlds.
Invading other worlds. You think my desire is so simple?
They really couldn't design his model in a way that prevents, you know, his horns from constantly clipping through his chest. It's very distracting.
Am I wrong?
Invasion is merely a means to an end. What I seek is a reunion.
What?
A reunion with Zero Emblem.
Zero Emblem? What?
Zero Emblem?
I've not heard word of this before.
Of course not. That emblem is not of your world.
It's the anti-Fire Emblem.
Nor am I.
The twist? The Fell Dragon wasn't from Elios the entire time? Huh?
What do you mean?
Beyond this portal lie infinite worlds. One of them was my home.
Okay, I didn't see that one coming.
It had its own emblem rings, and a war arose to control them. My kind lost. The enemy used the ring's power to slaughter my relatives.
So he probably, like, fled and ended up in Elios, where he then ended up waging the same war against the divine dragons.
All of them. I was very young. Our enemies granted me alone the mercy of exile.
You mean they sent you to Elios?
A peaceful world, ruled by godlike dragons. I was meant to live a quiet life there. But I brought something with me, unknown to them. A single emblem ring.
Zero Emblem.
In my world, known as the Emblem of Foundations. With my power, unable to speak.
Foundations. Like, that sounds like... Okay, I think I have an idea of what this is. But I'll wait until the chapter actually starts.
Legends said this emblem fought without aid. So much ambition, and no allies. That story showed me the way forward in my complete isolation. I was trapped in this world without friends or family. Only that emblem gave me comfort.
Whoever it was must have been mighty indeed.
Yeah, I get the feeling Marth may end up recognizing it. Because Foundations sounds very similar to our world's Emblem of Beginnings.
An emblem should not be able to survive traveling from one world to another. To stay in form in a new world, even for moments. I've never heard of such power.
Now you want a reunion. So that emblem is gone.
Exactly. And all because of villagers that found me a few years after I arrived. They mistook me for an abandoned child. They pitied me. My first connection in your world.
His hair is also clipping through his neck.
Soon after, the emblem deserted me, leaving only the ring behind. And why? For bonding with the people of this world. I despaired, and then I reduced their village to ash.
Well then.
I swore to forego all bonds in pursuit of my ambitions, as my emblem had. I fought alone, confided in none, preparing to return to my world, to exact revenge. I needed pawns for my plan, and territory. I spent years amassing it all. Then I attacked.
So the war 1,000 years ago. That's what it was about.
So all this, he didn't care about Elios at all. He just wanted to get home.
But Papa, you weren't alone in this world. Mama loved you deeply. Your believers, your attendants, my siblings, Cephia, Gris, Marnie, Mavir, my sister and me. Everything we did was for you.
As I said, pawns. Acting on my command and mine alone. Meant to be used and discarded. Death which mean nothing.
That's why you killed them all. But what about us? You wanted us to die?
You were no different to me.
How horrible.
You can't be right about your emblem. You weren't left behind.
What?
A solitary warrior like that emblem would know how hard it is to be alone. And would stay by your side, sparing you that loneliness in exile.
Not this one.
Until you weren't alone, and had no people in your life, until you were okay. Don't you think more than anyone, a true friend like that wanted you to have those connections?
I don't think this emblem is a friend, Aaliyah. You're thinking too much about your emblems and the alternate emblems we found from the bracelets. This is not the same thing.
You know nothing. Nothing at all about my emblem.
That's true. But if your emblem disappeared without a word, then you don't either. No one does.
I think Marv might.
All the more reason to be reunited. I will scour world after world.
Sombron, the emblem of Foundations is no more. You can search and search, but there's no point. You might meet the original hero, But emblems are not the same beings. We are not them. You will never be reunited with your emblem. Ever again.
Be silent.
I can only imagine how much resentment you feel. But to sacrifice so many others. To be so selfish, you destroy the world. Kill your own children. It's all just so wrong.
I said be silent! You are speaking of things you do not understand. If not for my emblem, I would have died powerless, small. That emblem had the strength to stand alone. Unlike you, huddled together, whining like dogs. Such a warrior showed me the meaning of all existence. Fight alone. Take revenge.
You're wrong. That's impossible. No emblem wants to see a world destroyed.
Are you sure about that?
We aid people through our bonds with the divine dragons. We are a force for good.
Are you sure about that? We're talking about the multiverse here, Marth.
We would never choose to let our power be exploited for evil.
I mean, you did get evilized for a bit.
Enough of this nonsense. I won't let you stop me or sway my intentions. I have striven for this for thousands of years. If you intend to stand in my way, you will die.
This is it. Prepare for battle, everyone.
Then Tamara's probably just casually off, just a little bit off screen. I'm gonna turn that down just a tad. Okay, so they didn't actually mention. I'll see if it appears on the actual map or whether it's something that occurs during the battle. Because I did get spoiled on a little something by looking up. Okay, so they're probably not here yet. Yeah, it's just Somron, notably not in his dragon form. And now it's gone quiet again. So I did get spoiled on a little something. I looked up the Fire Emblem wiki page for a past villain from a Fire Emblem game. I don't remember why, I just did. And I found that they had a starting class in Engage, and I'm like, why are you in Engage? Huh? That doesn't make sense. So I think what's going to happen for the final battle, probably once we take down at least some of Sombron's health, is he's going to start summoning the alternate emblems from his world, and instead of being the heroes of each game, they're going to be the villains of each game. That's my guess. How do I want to position everyone? Ivy should go in the middle, because she can fly over that. Then our Cavaliers should be in the back. Cavaliers and Jean. Since Jean has extra movement thanks to Sigurd. Swords should be over here, and Lances should be over here. And then Axes should be in the middle. That'll probably do us. And inventory. Just check everyone's doing... Okay, Yunaka needs a new staff. Oh, I don't have a full mend. Can I still buy things? Yes. I would like Yunaka to buy a new men's staff, thanks. So Leah's fine. We got the willy glands. Jean, I think, is fine. Yunaka's now fine. Seedal's fine. Fagado, why do you still have an iron bowl? Did I get a legendary bow at some point? No. Oh, he can't use it. So I guess give him this instead. And Marvia's good. Alfred's good. Do I even have anyone that can use that legendary? Well, actually, hey Tamara, do you have enough sword, like lance power, to be able to wield? Yes. There you go. Then, and that's the one that we usually use. The axe. Do we have a... Yes. We have... What is this? Oh! So this one's the proper legendary. Oh, cannot follow up or strike fast? No. Take this one instead. I have not been using swords with her. I don't need a sword. Do we have a legendary magic? Nova. Yes, but she can't use it. Okay. I'll give her Excalibur, I guess. I'm not using L Surge. Do I have anyone who's an S in magic? Wait, Saline can use tomes? Since when? I mean, staves? Maybe I got that from Celica or something. In that case, I'm gonna store Elwind and give her... I'm gonna have her buy a mend. Okay, back to the inventory. Just make sure everyone else is fine. I got a little distracted in handing out items. Do we have a legendary sword besides Willy Glands? Yes, Calibolg. And Anna needs a new vulnerary. And Veil should be fine. Alright. Let's do this.
You dare turn your blade on me. You dare interfere with that which I have sought for so long. Such fatal hubris. You will pay for that accordingly.
Oh look, it's Roy.
Witness how fragile your bonds really are.
What's happening to them?
I am sealing off the portal back to your world. It's what I should have done the moment you arrived here. I fear your Emblem allies are too weak. They will be lost in the distortion between dimensions forevermore.
This cannot be the end. If
Oh,
we
yeah.
must part, remember all that we have done.
Marth! The emblems are...
Oh no.
I knew I'd have to say goodbye someday. But I thought There was time.
So much for your precious emblems. In a matter of moments, the portal will be shut for good. Take comfort, for I shall inflict no further harm upon your world, though you will die here as I have lived, in anguish, far from home.
We can never go home?
I've been ready to die from the start. Brodia, my land, I pray you endure.
It seems Elusia will never truly know me.
I'm sorry, Mother.
Worry not. I have no desire to prolong your suffering.
Is his cloak?
When I
It
am
looked like it was
finished, not
cloaked
one
to the
trace
ground.
of me in your world shall remain, as though I was never there at all.
I'll stop you.
Is that so?
Our fight isn't over. The portal's open. I can do this. If I give it my all, I can summon the emblems back to me.
Okay.
Look at how far we've come. Will you fight him at my side? Your faith in me gives me strength.
Yes, sister. I'm with you.
I thought we were gonna have to do the final
Phil,
chapter without
I'll
the
be with
emblems.
you every step of the way. I can't summon emblems, and I can't turn into a dragon. But I'm a royal dragon all the same. There's gotta be something I can do to help.
Yeah.
We'll all be right there with you. You've done so much for each and every one of us. So this time, we're returning the favor.
I want us all to make it home alive. Be strong, Divine One. I believe in you.
I could impersonate the emblems, but it wouldn't be the same. So let's get them back.
If you have faith in the moon and stars above, our beloved emblems will return.
The classic final chapter, everyone chiming in event.
You think we can make a comeback? Yeah, that's what I love about you, Divine One.
Whatever faith remains in this heart, I give to you.
We started this journey together. Now let's end it together. May our world prosper, Divine One.
When he said, "May our world prosper," for some reason to me it sounded like he was about to say marijuana.
Divine One, this is for Father, and all the soldiers who have fallen along the way.
You have always been my source of strength. Allow my faith, just this once, to be yours.
No getting discouraged now. Heads held high. We believe in you, and we will win. Easy. Aw, yeah. Bring it on. This is it. The final battle. Let us go forth and annihilate the enemy.
Ah, yeah, this is happening.
All flowers must bloom. For you, I will be a gentle rain and a ray of light.
There's a 100% discount on Lady Anna's aid services today. One-time offer, no refunds. As your sister and fellow dragon, I'll do whatever it takes to help you stop Papa.
Hello, Theo. Welcome, welcome. You got here just in time. We're starting the final map.
Imbeciles. Your scrambling is both futile and pitiful.
Please, my friends. I need you all. One last time. Once more. Let us engage! Shine on, Emblem of Beginning! March!
Let's go!
Care for us, Emblem of Echoes! Celica! Provide for us, Emblem of the Holy War! Sigurd! Free us, Emblem of Genealogy! Leaf! Rise up, Emblem of Binding! Roy! Sweep across, Emblem of Blazing! Lynn! Restore calm, Emblem of the Sacred! Erica! Fight on, Emblem of Radiance! Ike!
Alea!
We 13 emblems stand against you with our allies.
It's like that one Avatar picture.
The future may divide us once more. But here and now, we fight with one heart. This fight, this moment in time, is all that matters.
What nonsense. You are the flicker of an ember, a dying light. You're nothing. The deeper your bonds, the greater your pain when those bonds crumble to dust. Why invite that inevitable pain upon yourself? Why allow such weakness to exist? Give up and perish, foolish child of mine.
Yes, you see me as a child, foolish and weak. And maybe you're right. Maybe that's all I am. But I am not alone. And we're stronger when we stand together.
Why is Vanda here?
But when the bond is reforged, it comes back as strong as ever, or stronger. And it brings an even greater hope.
Vanda, you've done nothing this entire game.
Any bond can be brought back to life. And that's what I'll do. Every single time. For however long it takes. You won't leave this place. Because we're going to stop you. Get ready, Sabran! This ends now!
Okay, so that was cheesy as hell, but I'd be lying if I said I didn't have the biggest fucking smile on my face right now. This game's story may not be particularly deep or anything, but goddamn if it isn't enjoyable. Alright. They're all maxed out levels.
Let's go.
Take your legendary sword. It's time.
Right away.
All right.
And my legendary sword.
Let's do this.
Do they have a two-range sword? Oh no, he can just walk around the corner. Why did I not have her equip her?
Choice is yours.
Ooh, nice.
But like, you can see how small this is. This obviously isn't the final fight. Then Alfred as well.
Anything.
Time to open up shop.
Why did I put Panette here? She's supposed to be baiting out these dudes.
Yes.
Ready and able.
I will do what I must.
Yes. Approach as much as we can without actively getting in enemy range.
Whatever you need. I can do this.
I really thought they were going to make us do like the first phase of the final battle without having our emblems. Oh jeez. Meanwhile, this. Hey, how do you have the legendary sword? Are there just like multiples? Well, I guess we are in the portal between worlds. Yo, Venomouse. Oh Jesus. You know, maybe I shouldn't be turtling. Maybe I should actually go on the offensive so I can get the jump on them instead of waiting to see how much damage they'll deal. Because Jesus Christ, these guys are doing a lot. Haha!
Remember this.
Nice. Oh. They're not approaching. That's interesting. $87. I like those odds.
Here to help.
Thanks, Alfred.
You looking down on me?
Let's go! Didn't really need the
I'm
crit, but
sorry you
I'll
had
take
to
it.
see that.
Yo, we got the legendary sword. The sword of the creator. Hit 100, jeez. And he's got a hit of 0.
I had to stop you.
Let me just highlight Sombron so I know how far he can come out. %. Nice.
Think whatever you like.
I probably shouldn't have tried to bait out the archer, but we'll see how that goes.
Hold steady.
$81. Okay, cool.
Serves you right.
First one's free.
I will not
Venom
forget
Mouse.
your loss.
So is there another legendary lance that I just didn't see or something? Because I don't remember Venomouse. That's probably not the way to pronounce it, but that's how it looks like it should be pronounced. So that's how I'm gonna pronounce it.
Oh, you're too nice.
So who's in range there? Magic. I'll equip Misericord because theoretically this dude should have less, yeah, way less defense. This is probably going to be one of those classic multi-stage final battles that Fire Emblem likes to do sometimes. Not all of them do that, but some of them do. Off the top of my head, I know Sacred Stones does that. Love how the enemy... Oh look, Vale's hit her max level, oh well. Okay, I am concerned about Sombron, so let's keep on the move.
I feel great.
But also just sort of keep on the edge of Sombron's range, so that we can all dive on him as soon as we've dealt with the rest of his crew. I love when the final, like the final level theme or the final boss theme is a remix of the main theme of the game. That is always good. I can't think of a bad example of that. Alright, everyone else just stand right on the edge so we can charge at Sombron the moment the other dude's dead. But we'll have to see which way he moves, because if he moves to the left... Oh no, he's moving down. How many people can get to him from here?
You have my respect.
The thing is, I don't know whether our, like, engage points will carry over. Thank you for the reminder, Sphere. I can do a ranged attack with Aaliyah. Let's just do this to break the chain guard. Now we can go in. Dude's got a hit of 0. Oh, he's using obscurity as well. Obscurite, probably.
You are pathetic. As if spurning me to be a divine dragon was not enough. Patricide. Unforgivable.
You killed your own children. Tried to destroy the world. For your selfish desires.
Oh, by the way, Theo, since you weren't here, allow me to explain what happened during the opening cutscene. Sombron, as it turns out, is not actually from this world. He was from another world where a similar war was fought. His clan lost, and since he was just a child, rather than being killed, he was exiled to Helios. He had an emblem with him, but after he made friends with people in this world, his emblem abandoned him. And so the reason he waged this entire war and tried to claim the emblems was so that he could use the emblem's power to open up a portal to another world so that he could then, you know, explore all the countless worlds out there to try and find his emblem again. To reunite with us. So, you know, things.
You're the one who is beyond forgiveness.
I said your world meant nothing to me. Its people, my children. You. Once I leave, I will forget you. Even if we met again, I would not recall your face.
Okay.
In other words, you'll make the same mistakes as before. So which of us is pathetic?
Count me in.
Thanks, Alfred. That is a cool animation for the ranged sword. Next up, Diamant. Bruh. Bruh. Jean. Okay, you do it instead.
You fought so hard, traveled so far, merely to die?
No, it will be you who is dying today, sir.
I need to be more diligent.
And take a step back so that Vale can get in. Maybe if I... Diamond's just not good for this, is he? So Radiant does the most, but also has the pretty low crit. Might as well go for it. I kind of want to save my engage power just in case like it doesn't recharge between maps or something. Okay, Noir Tune it is. Or however it's supposed to be pronounced. Oh hey, bone fragments. Alright, Diamond can attack at a range too, can't he?
One for me.
Thanks, Alfred.
Well done.
Alright. Final charge for this map at least. Oh, is his defense actually? Yeah, his defense is slightly higher than his res. Okay. Oh, so this has more crit, but this does more damage.
Papa.
Oh, the defect. I thought myself rid of you, yet here you are. You laugh.
You're angry because I persisted and survived. It almost feels like praise. We never spent time together as father and daughter like I wanted. But I'm glad I didn't give up. I made it. Because now, I can be the one who defeats you.
You are a malicious child. I would expect no less from my own.
I hope you're watching, Mama. I'm going to stop him. Just like you told me. Come and get it!
Thanks, Anna. Oh, we stopped them from moving. That doesn't really change anything, but sure.
Of course.
It's a 96. It's not gonna miss.
From me to you.
Thanks, Anna. Let's go!
Foolish. This is not over.
Naturally.
Out of my way, you worms!
We're finally gonna fight his dragon form. We're finally gonna see a dragon on the actual battlefield instead of just fighting the human forms of all the dragons. He's a big boy. Oh, that's a lot of dudes.
Sombron called reinforcements. But what are they?
You thought I sat idly, waiting for you to arrive. I could not bring back my emblem, but I summoned others of equal power. Dark emblems, who once plunged their worlds into despair.
Dark emblems?
That presence. So familiar. Yes. These are the foes we fought in our original forms. Perhaps we should match each emblem to their own enemy. I can't sense who is who. We should move closer, with caution.
The barrier made by the dark emblems that reduces... dark barrier. A barrier made by the dark emblems that reduces the damage to... reduces damage to Fel Sombron. Defeat dark emblems to weaken the barrier. Okay. Dark emblems are powerful foes, but they are susceptible to attacks from units synced or engaged with an emblem from their world. Tutorial at the end of the game. Okay, so I was kind of spoiled on the Dark Emblem thing. Because I looked up the frickin'... Let me just highlight him so I know where to stay out of. I looked up the Wikipedia page for Nemesis from Fire Emblem Three Houses. And it said like, oh yeah, Nemesis' starting class in Three Houses is this, and in Engage his starting class is Emblem. And I'm like, what? What? So I got spoiled on the fact. Corrupted and Dark God. Dark God, Dark Bishop. Warfather. That one's probably Duma. From, Echoes. This one, Shadow Dragon, that's very clearly... There's only one entity known as the Shadow Dragon. So let's deal with that one here and now.
That helps.
Emblem engage. Oh, there's a problem. I didn't bring Roy or Erica. So if there are dark emblems here from Binding Blade or Sacred Stones, I don't have a way to deal with them. I assume you probably can still kill them without, but they're more susceptible to damage from, you know, the appropriate emblem. Holy shit, 140 damage. They weren't kidding when they say it does more damage.
I sense you, Shadow, and I believe I know who you are. I've defeated you before, and I will again, for I hold the exalted falchion.
Yeah, the Shadow Dragon. So maybe I was wrong. I really thought when what's his face, when Sombron was talking about his emblem and he was mentioning, oh, the emblem of foundations, he stood alone, he was so strong and whatnot. I thought he was going to be talking about Medeus from Marth's World, but this is Medeus. So, Does he move? He does not move. Good. But he does have a whole lot of weapons. Now, you Dark God. Who would the Dark God be? Let me just look at all of them and see if I can figure them out. So, like, Warfather is Duma. Dark Bishop would probably be... Oh, would that be Veld from Thracia? Oh, and then this would be what's his face? Loptus from heckin' genealogy, because there's only 4 emblems on the map at the moment, so they're probably the first 4 games. Yeah, look at how much damage Jean is doing. Let me just take a step back just in case I miss.
The divine sword Tearfing is awakened. That marks you as... no. Impossible.
It's a shame we don't actually get to see unique models for these villains, but it is neat.
As a knight of Granville, and a descendant of one of the 12 Crusaders, I shall be your end!
Lowly human scum. Okay, so we need to get Diamant over to this side, and we need to get Saline over to this side. Why are all my axes over on this side, but I've got lances here? As long as Sombron doesn't move, it's fine. I can play around him. I'm gonna bring Morvia over this way as well. Oh, that's the... You can hear a little bit of the Fire Emblem main theme in there. Then there's probably going to be... I wonder if reinforcements like won't appear until we defeat the other... Oh, because like 4 appeared, so maybe it's like defeat them, break the shield, get down one of his health bars, and then he brings up the shield again or something. Damn, I can't one-round these guys? They tough. Okay, well that's the 100% hit. So we'll go with this.
If I may. One strike, half off.
Yo, we got the crit. Thanks, Edelgard.
Thank you.
I wonder if the DLC emblems also work in here. So like admittedly, I'm only using one where it would actually come into play. But if we get to like, if we get to Nemesis, would Anna also do double damage, or would it only be Seedol? I'm curious now.
Nothing left of you.
Unnecessary crits, let's go. Oh, 100% hit, let's go.
You're done for.
Okay, so there is a way to get through. Oh. So we can get through without triggering, without ending up in Sunrun's range. It's just difficult. Because we need to like dip around there like that. Oh, I need to use the Radiant in order to actually finish him off. So let's hope it hits. Let's go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, and he's maxed out now. Okay. It's fine. Okay. Only at 52. I'd rather have him come up here with that. He wants that Alfred down, actually. Nice.
I have to keep everyone safe.
God, this is so hype. No! Oh no, that's not good. Can you not finish him off? She can, and she has 100% hit.
Here to help.
Nailed it.
Get rid of him. And now this side's clear as well for us to approach.
Yeah.
Oh, Cedar hasn't moved.
Thank you kindly.
Alright, can we bait these guys out? Because if Celine stands there, it's only the... yeah, only the mage that can get her. What tome does he have? Excalibur. Oh no, it's only 1-2 range. Okay, so she can counterattack. Gotta move on up.
Thanks.
Okay, now over this side. You can reach us there. Oh, so the folks with the emblems don't move. But he does. Thankfully. Oh, that's also in range of the sword boy. Concerning. I don't know if I have someone who can tank both. Actually, Marviak probably can. Unfortunately, he was just not close enough to actually get in range. Oh, they're approaching. Gonna have to see what we can do about defeating these guys without getting in Somron's range. Only having one flyer is kind of hurting me right now. Because it means I can't just fly over these gaps. Oh, can you Naka straight up kill him? She can! Let's go! I knew bringing Yunako would help us eventually. Even if she didn't seem to do as much damage as the rest of the crew. Because Dagger's just aren't as strong. She's proving herself in the end. Oh, that's not good. I cannot kill both of y'all. Unless... Oh, that's why, because he's... Oh, is he in armor? No, I don't think he is. He's just strong. Now the question of can we take him out? Not with you. Not with you. I'm gonna go for the break and then...
This will hurt.
Yo! Let's go, Diamond! The lucky crit. Oh. I did not realize that Morvia could actually get far enough to be out of someone's range, so maybe we were worrying about nothing. Alright, other side. Cedar's unfortunately a bit far back. No, just go for Brianak. Oh, Sandstorm activated.
Thanks.
Nice. I was like, wait, why did it kill? It didn't show it was going to kill. But it did. It did indeed kill.
Me first.
That is that.
No, not engage. I haven't had to use engage yet. Though once we bring the shields down, we might. Depending on how this all works.
I'm not afraid anymore.
Unlock the final bond combo. Bit late for that, unfortunately. Oh. No, I want to see the actual proper conversation, so I'm not going to KO him with Ivy. But interesting to see that, you know, the fact that they have an emblem doesn't really matter. I can just straight up kill them in one. Oh, okay. Thanks for the warning. Not engage.
We meet again, Duma. Though I'm not sure you are him.
It's nice to see that at least one of these people is actually acknowledging the name of the character they're fighting. Rather than just going, I recognize you.
Please, do no more harm. Allow your great and weary soul the rest it deserves.
Get smacked. Only power holds meaning. Only strength holds sway. The shield weakens even more. Can Diamant kill? He can if it hits.
You radiate evil, but are you truly the Dark Bishop who I fought once before? Is your intent to spread fear and despair in this world too? I will never allow that to happen.
Okay. Why is Celica the only one who mentions their name? Like, I know Leaf and Sigurd, their games didn't get localized, but Marth's did. The first one did, at least. This failure is my own. Boom.
The shield is gone. Now's our chance.
Hey, we got the weapon. He still doesn't want to move, it seems. So for now, I'll reposition everyone, and then next turn we swoop in. You can hit me from there. Tomboy. Your res is good enough. You can probably deal with him. You two down here. Everyone else, just get ready to swoop on in. Hey? Oh, these two haven't moved yet. Howling beam. There is no one there. An Elwind. Nice try, my dude. Alright, let's ignore those dudes and just try and knock down the first health bar. I mean, 80, but it does less. The regular silver axe does the most. Okay. Heck, and go in on him. Why are regular silver weapons our best way of combating him?
Not done yet. You have my respect.
Okay, now is it going to push us back, or do we get to... Okay, maybe allergic to silver. Alright, one health bar down. Alfred doesn't have any silver with him. So his best way to deal damage is going to be... Actually, I might hold and then I can engage because he has a dragon effective weapon. Yeah, he can counter at any range. Are any of his... No. The attacks he gets from Tiki aren't effective against dragons. Sure.
Me too.
They're all just missing. I was gonna be, do we go for the lucky crit? No, we don't. It does 0 damage.
Me first. Not done yet.
None of these are hitting. Thankfully, he didn't hit either. What about you, Yunaka? Yunaka's maybe not so useful here. So Calibold's our best chance. I think it might be time to start engaging.
Stand down or perish!
Though perhaps not with Leaf. Yeah, I do more with Calibold.
Count me in. My turn. Me too.
Why did the oh, because it's only 30%. 30% hit chance. % hit, let's go.
I'll help.
All mine. You're ornery.
Nice to see a couple of them actually hit.
I just want to live in peace.
It's 2 down. I am slightly concerned because he's still got 2 health bars and Okay, so yeah, Tome is our best bet.
My turn.
My turn. Not done yet. Why me?
The classic why me? And if I move him here, maybe? No. So if I put him here, I don't know if Alfred can actually get in there. Maybe just move him aside so that... Oh, Alfred could actually.
My muscles are yours.
Really? Parallel Falchion doesn't do as much as I thought it would. Considering, you know, it's a dragon effective weapon.
I shall change fate. I have this. Over here.
And everyone's missing.
You're ornery.
Didn't do as much as I would have hoped it would. Let me just check. Okay, yeah, so Seedol can get to here in order to refresh Aaliyah. Hopefully it repositions us after we deal with this health bar, because, well, after we deal with his current health. Because, like, we're still missing... We haven't seen, like, 8 of his dark emblems, so presumably this isn't the end. But I'd like to be repositioned so that I have a chance to heal, instead of everyone still being deep within his range. Especially since I'm doing this.
Me first. Me too.
Allow me. Here's another.
You dare?
If Aaliyah can't finish off his final health bar, I may have absolutely screwed Saline.
Emblem engage.
Oh no. What does the most? Falchion really doesn't do more damage, even though it's effective against dragons. Concerning. I also still have Anna. How much can Anna do? Oh, and I have Yunaka. Yunaka's good for a tiny amount of chip damage. Holy shit, Anna does a lot. But she also takes a lot. Okay, so we can finish off this health bar, we'll be okay. Assuming they reposition us and don't just leave us all in range of Sombron. I assume they will, because that's what they did when we defeated him the first time, before he turned into a dragon. Aaliyah had better do enough damage to finish him off. Okay, yeah. And 12, yeah, okay. So even if all the assists miss, we still have enough to finish him off.
Allow me. Here's another.
All of them missed. And he also missed. Oh wait, is that seriously the end? We didn't even get to see half of the dark, like over half of the dark emblems. I thought it was like, okay, so maybe it's like you get a chance to wail on him, and if you don't beat him in one round, then they'll call reinforcements with the other dark emblems. Okay. I guess my strategy of trying one round him is...
Then I will be denied my reunion.
Goodbye, Sombron.
We've won, Sombron.
Why'd he turn back into his human form?
Now I will never return home. Perhaps that is just as well. I am tired. Tired of searching in every shadow.
For the Emblem of Foundations?
I do have to wonder who the Emblem of Foundations was then.
I would look in sunless woods, gloomy caves, the shade of a dead tree.
Oh look, they finally positioned his head in a way that his horns don't clip through his chest. Finally, it took until the end of the game.
In such places, I felt my emblem again. Now...
You
Oops.
chose to be alone, yet continued to look for this emblem. Why?
I didn't mean to skip that dialogue, but it's fine.
Perhaps I wanted someone to appreciate how far I had come, all on my own. Someone to see me, who I am. After millennia of being cast away.
I could have been that person. Or Vale. Or our siblings. Why didn't you let us? Why choose to start these wars?
I need no connections. Not in your world.
Even at the end, you don't want to be a father to us. Very well. You'll only be the Fell Dragon. An evil that we slayed. That's how we'll remember you.
Do as you please. I have been alone for all this time. Why should my death be different? I do not need mercy or pity. I will fade in this place, apart from the one I yearn to see.
Do you remember the invocation?
What?
The invocation for the Emblem of Foundations.
I have tried. Again and again, I said the words. It was no use.
Still, it couldn't hurt to try. One last time.
All right. Burn.
The Emblem of Foundations is Somi. We still haven't got an explanation for what Somi's deal is.
Burn us, Emblem of Foundations.
Burn us.
Oh, this light. Oh, at last. At last we meet again.
Papa? I don't see anyone.
I don't either. It must be someone only he can see. An old friend. The one person he truly let in.
The Emblem of Foundation is light.
You and I. Let us be on our way. Once more.
Okay, yeah, it's Somi changing my mind.
Engage.
Papa.
They're really gonna introduce the idea of another emblem and then not show us who it is. Presumably it's just supposed to be some other character from out there in the Fire Emblem multiverse and not a specific protagonist, but... Yo, what if it's the protagonist of the next Fire Emblem game?
He's gone. And the ring for the Emblem of Foundations. That's gone with him. Our fight is over. Let's go home. It's time to shut this portal once and for all. The portal is closing.
Oh yeah, the other thing that I didn't mention, they explained at the start, the portal opening like destabilized the world and that affected the emblems. And once it closes, it'll cause like some blast of energy and all the emblems will be erased. So yeah.
Once it's shut, the war ends. And balance returns to the world.
We did it.
Oh yeah.
Oh. It's really time to say goodbye.
This was a wonderful journey. Thank you for letting us share it with you.
Oh yeah.
No. Thank you, Marth. I'm so sad to see you go. But it's time to stand tall and say goodbye. Thank you for keeping your promise. You really were my ally. My friend. Through it all. I just hope I'll be strong enough for whatever lies ahead.
You will be. You're already much stronger than 1,000 years ago. Or the day you awakened. I know you'll carry on the Emblem's legacy. And your mother's. We will not be here to help you anymore. Now, it's your turn to help others. As the Divine Dragon, and as an Emblem.
I will.
You're not doing this alone. We'll be there to support you, sister.
We can't replace Marth and the others, but we'll do what we can.
Yes. Please, don't worry. It's no good. Here come the tears.
I wish we didn't have to lose you.
We were just getting to know you, and now... goodbye forever?
Please do not cry.
But...
This world's burdens are yours to shoulder. Meet them proudly. You should not always hold back tears. But please, for now, try to.
I agree. I'd like for us to part with smiles on our faces. That's how I want us to remember each other. In joy, not sorrow.
Me too.
Man.
It seems this is goodbye. But we'll never bid farewell to what we learned together.
I'll miss you, but I know you'll choose the right paths to walk.
We'll always be together in spirit, no matter the distance. Build a bright future.
Her brand's just casually pulsating in her eye. Oh, that's probably why. It's on like the same layer as like, or as part of the same texture as like the little shine spots. And so because the shine spots are pulsating, it makes her brand pulsate as well.
Don't worry. I can see that your lives will be filled with hope and happiness.
Oh, it's a remix of the main theme. Fire Emblem.
Go out and create a better world. I know you can. I know you will.
I will be praying for you. Praying that your world is filled with kindness and laughter.
Wherever you go, may the blessings of Mother Earth and Father Sky follow.
I'm glad to have known you. I hope you make an Arcadia of this land.
If your nations band together, there is no hardship you cannot overcome.
Know love as well as grief. Honor your bonds. Carry the light, and nothing will be impossible.
Lead with compassion, Divine One, and may your happiness be eternal.
This is the moment. So it is. Thank you. You are a member of our family. The emblem who connects us all. If ever we cross paths again. No, when we cross paths again.
They've already crossed paths again in Fire Emblem Heroes, but that's a different Marth.
I hope that you will remember us. We who existed together for this time. The 13 emblems.
Of course I'll remember you. Everything about you. And all the times we shared. Even when we're apart, we'll always be connected.
I'm realizing I've ended the game without ever using Aaliyah's Engage Plus skill. I never used Aaliyah as an actual emblem. Oops.
Thank you for standing with me until the very end. Goodbye, emblems. My family. You gave me courage, strength, and inspiration. I will follow your example. Always. I promise. Let's go back home, everyone. Back to Elyos.
We did it! Prologue, the emblems, MVP, Aaliyah, and question mark, because we didn't know it was Marth at that point. Chapter 1, Awake at Last. MVP, Aaliyah, and Marth. Let's go, thank you. Chapter 2, MVP Clan. Remember when we used him? I don't. Chapter 3, Hostilities, Etier. I remember when she was like going to be a substitute for us at some point, but then she just kind of got dropped. Chapter 4, Land in Bloom, Saline and Celica. A mainstay of the team. Chapter 5, Retaking the Castle, MVP Boucheron. Remember when we used him? I don't. Paralogue, Budding Talent, MVP Alfred and Sigurd. Remember when I had Sigurd on him? Chapter 6, The Stolen Ring, Yunaka and Micaiah. Another mainstay of the team. Paralogue, Mysterious Merchant, MVP Saline and Celica. Chapter 7, Dark Emblem. MVP Alchrist, remember when I used him? That must have been the chapter he joined, because he didn't stick around for long. Chapter 8, Kingdom of Might, Yunaka and Micaiah. Chapter 9, A Clash of Forces, Aaliyah and Marth. Chapter 10, The Fell Dragon Sombron. MVP, Alfred and Sigurd. Chapter 11, Retreat. I was still using Clan at that point? Okay. Chapter 12, The Sentinels. MVP Fagado. I was seriously using Clan all the way up to the soul mark. Chapter 13, Heroes of the Oasis, MVP Panette. Paralogue, The Exalt, MVP Jean. Chapter 14, The Battle for Solm, MVP Panette. Divine Paralogue, The Ancestor. Oh, it's including the DLC maps that I didn't play on the stream. Ivy and Lynn. Chapter 15, Dancer in the Ruins, Ivy and Lynn. Chapter 16, Seashore Travels, Ivy and Lynn. Because she was the only flyer we ever used, so she could just get to places that other people couldn't. Divine Paralogue, The Lonely Air, Ivy and Lynn. That was the one where I got Veronica. Chapter 17, Serenity and Ruin, MVP Anna and Dimitri. Chapter 18, The Cold Voyage, MVP Ivy and Lynn. Ivy's getting a lot of these. Divine Paralogue, The Doting Sister, Ivy and Lynn. That was Camilla's DLC map. Chapter 19, The Dead Town, Diamant and Leaf. And that was the map that convinced me to keep using Leaf instead of switching to Roy. Because it really saved him there. Chapter 20, The Kingless Castle, Panette and Byleth. Chapter 21, The Return, Panette and Byleth. Chapter 22, The Fell and the Divine. Panette and Lynn? Oh, right, this was when we lost all the emblems and we had to pick them up again. Chapter 23, The Four Hounds, Panette and Byleth. Oh, and this is when I did all of the paralogues off stream. Paralogue, The Caring Princess, Anna and Claude. Paralogue, The Dawn Maiden, Panette and Byleth. Paralogue, The Holy Knight, Saline and Celica. Paralogue, The Crux of Fate, Ivy and Lynn. All of these maps I did off stream. Paralogue, The Lady of the Plains, Fagado and Tiki. Fagado finally makes his reappearance in the MVP listings. Paralogue, The Sage Lord, Fagado and Tiki. Oh, now he's taking over. Paralogue, The Instructor, Fagado and Tiki. Paralogue, The Radiant Hero, Marvia and Camilla. Paralogue, The Hero King, Vale and Veronica. Hey, Veronica gets to be on there at least once. Paralogue, The Connector, Diamant and Leaf. Oh, right, that was the one we did do on stream. Then back to the main story with Chapter 24, Recollections, Aaliyah and Marth. Wait. Chapter 25, The Final Guardian, Aaliyah and Marth. And Chapter 26, The Last Engage, Tamara and Ike. Even though Aaliyah was the one who finished him off in the end. Now I assume we get to see everyone. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't think it did. But even if it did save, like, I didn't get to see the ending.
Fire Emblem, engage!
Pre-battle. Well, I guess next week we'll actually finish Fire Emblem Engage. I might just replay it on my own time, like sometime between now and then I'll like upload my reaction to the endings. I don't want to have to play through the entire thing on stream again. This is an absolutely shit way to end. But yeah, I don't want to have to like play through it all again. React to everything again on stream. I can probably finish it quicker on my own time. What a fucking letdown. Yeah, so I'll play it off stream, and then on my YouTube channel I'll just upload like I'll record my reaction to the actual endings, the character endings and such. God, what a fucking load of shit. I don't know when I'll actually I don't know when I'll get around to actually recording that, because I would do it this afternoon, but I wanted to start on like my drawing project this afternoon. Man. Part of me feels like now I have to do the DLC, because like we can't let the series end like that. If it would have crashed, at least it was perfect timing right after the credit. That wasn't the final credits though. That was just the battle results. It would normally it would then go into like, hey, here's what happened to every character after the main story. And like that was the part I was interested in seeing. But we didn't get to see that. Which is why I'm thinking like maybe I'll actually, you know, record my reaction to those endings and then see if there's like any post-credits scene or something. But man, what the fuck? I mean, it's shit, but also it's very funny. It's very funny. Okay. That's gonna be all for today's stream. Like I said, I'll try to actually like play through it again in my own time and then record my reaction to the endings and such. See if there's anything actually worth uploading. If there is, then do I still have this link? Do I still have this set up? Is that a thing? No. Let me just see. Do I have the command? I do. There's my YouTube channel. If you would like to see my reaction to the endings, that's where it'll be once I finally get around to recording it. So yeah. Next week, my next stream will be Saturday, as usual. We'll probably be playing more Pikmin. And then I don't know what we're going to do on Sunday. Maybe we'll start on the DLC for Engage, if I get around to recording the ending properly by then. If not, like, maybe I'll just do something else to fill the time between now and Pokemon's release. Man, that was such a shit way to end. But it is very funny though. Is there anyone here? It's really just me and you. I'll see if there's anyone I feel like raiding, but there's like no one here to raid with. There's not really. Okay, we're just gonna end then. We're just gonna end. Man, part of me just wants to dive back in and do it again, but like that's gonna take so much time. And I deliberately wanted to make sure that I did things quickly today so that I'd have time to do the drawing stuff. Man, I want to go back and do it, but like it takes so long. I'm hesitating on ending the stream because I want to just do it, but I don't want to end like this. I want to actually do it. Yeah, you know what? You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna take a quick toilet break. When we come back, we're going back in again. We're gonna skip all the cutscenes because we've already seen them. I want to finish the game proper. It means I'm probably not going to be able to do my drawing stuff this afternoon. Oh well. Oh well, I'm doing this. I will be right back. I return. All right. Let's do it again. Did anyone catch on the battle preparation screen how long it took me to beat the first time? Because I believe that only takes into account like, welcome back, thank you, Theo. I think it only takes into account how much time was spent on the actual map and not on the cutscenes. So if I skip through all the cutscenes, we theoretically should be able to do it quicker. We might, like, the stream might still be a little long. That's fine. We actually started about 15 minutes late, so if we go a little longer, it should still be okay. Man. Okay, everyone should already be prepared. Yeah, everyone's organized in the right spots. Everyone's got their items. Let's go.
You did.
Okay. Time to do it all over again.
Ciao.
Okay. No nonsense. No messing around.
I'm ready.
We know what we're doing.
It was foretold.
Just get everyone set up. Ah! Bumped my PC, that's not good.
Of course.
Yeah, okay, this one has a 2 range, but that's okay because we use Morvio
Understood.
to deal with him.
I'm ready.
Do these guys have 2 range? No. They have 1.
All right.
And like, we know that we can one round Sombron. We don't need to worry about preparing for the other emblems.
Ready and able.
We just need to get everyone in
Let's hear it.
and then smack them up.
Count on me. Whatever you need.
Nice, nice.
Everyone approach. Get ready for Sombron to run into range. I should have highlighted Sombron so I can see like where he's going to move.
Let's have some fun.
Let's go! Your Venomoose doesn't mean anything. All the crits, yeah! Let's not think of this as having to do... Yeah, baby! This isn't us having to do the final map again. This is our victory lap. We didn't have to come back and do this. We're just... We're here to show off.
A proud victory.
Eat shit, corrupted. Okay, highlight him. Because once we deal with these guys, he's probably going to start approaching. Oh? Oh, archers. Okay. Keep an eye on how far these guys can get.
gonna crush you.
We're out for revenge against the game. Everyone's just critting like hell.
One for me.
Thanks, Alfred.
All in a day's work.
Ooh, nice.
I do appreciate the extra bonus crits.
Hell yeah.
We'll just blaze through this first stage. Got the Sword of the Creator again. Then everyone stand up here. Try and get Sombron to come down. Also, Vale can bait out the mage. We're ready for you, Sombron. Get down here. Here he comes. And he's far enough away that the healers can't, like, heal him. Not heal, guard him. At least I think he is. Yeah, they're guarding these other guys. Guys that I do not care about. Oh wait, mages are what he's weak to, I believe. No. Yes.
Here to help.
No, okay. Just trying to figure out what the best way to go about this is.
You looking down on me?
Let's go!
Were you raised by wolves?
I should have given Ivy some better tomes, honestly.
One for me.
You're ornery.
Zero damage. Okay, just going for the silver. Silver weapons are his weakness, apparently.
Me too.
2 health bars down. Should leave Saline for last. She takes a lot of damage from him. No, Somron.
One for me.
Or maybe she doesn't during this phase because he's using magic. No, not engage. We don't need engage yet.
If I may.
Okay. First phase done. Now it's dragon time.
Out of my way, you...
Is everyone positioned in...
Sombron
I'm
called
pretty sure
reinforcements. But what are they?
our units were positioned differently last time. Yeah, because Tamara's over this side. Interesting. I guess it's just where the characters were stood or something. Or maybe it's just random. Okay, maybe we do actually need to try and match. I figured I'd see like, do we really need to? Yes, Diamant can't kill him. Smack him with the willy glands.
I said.
I do have to wonder whether the concept of the Zero Emblem, the Emblem of Foundations, is explored more in the DLC, or if it's just like, yeah, that's it, we're not talking about it anymore. Okay, so then this one, the Dark God, that was Sigurd, needs to deal with that. The Diamant needs to go this way and Saline needs to go that way. Two down. These guys are armors, right? Yeah. So really we want Jean and Ivy, I guess, to deal with them. Vale I'll send over this way as well. And these guys... We've got Tamara here, so we should be able to deal with that. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah. And we've got a healer over here. Wait, Diamant needs to be on this side. So I guess Alfred will go over here. So we do only have one mage to deal with them, but I believe... Oh, we have an armor slayer, but that's a sword. All our mages are over the other side. I'm maging.
Let's have some fun.
Yeah!
That is that.
Okay, no crit this time, but he'll be dead next turn. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. They may be armored, but we have a Panette.
Here to help.
Thanks, Alfred. So the only thing is, our units are now positioned a bit differently.
Were you raised by wolves?
So hopefully we're still able to one-round Sombron.
One for me.
Let me just speed it up.
All in the name of peace.
And I finish him off.
Count me in.
One strike, Papa! Thank you.
We're getting so many crits. It's like the game's like, ah yes, well, we saw what happened before here. Maybe this will make up for it.
What a joyous feeling.
Never enough crits. Okay, is this... Yeah, in range of just the mage. Demont making his way over. Oh, she can't one-round him. Okay. Concerning. Though it does make me wonder, like...
Talk about a good time.
Since I went and, like, smashed them before I could even see what the other Dark Emblems were, it does make me wonder who each of them are. Like, I know the one for 3 houses is Nemesis. But then the others... Fates is probably a Nankos. Oh wait, I need to highlight Sombron so I know how close I can get. Awakenings is probably Grima. It's probably just the final boss for all of them. Is Veld the final boss of Thracia? Maybe. Although it's probably not the final boss of, what's it called? Binding Blade. Oh no, Blazing Blade. Because the final boss of Blazing Blade is a generic fire dragon who has no voice lines whatsoever. Or no lines of dialogue, rather. So they probably used Nurgle instead. But the rest of them are probably just the final bosses.
Just want to live in peace.
Maybe this is why Heroes wasn't represented in the main game. They don't have a final boss to use yet. It's coming down. There's 0 damage. And the rest of the enemies are... Oh no, just the mage. I guess we didn't get close enough to attract the regular dudes. Smack him with the willy glands. It's probably like willy glands or something, but calling it the willy glands is funnier. Okay, everyone get up and get ready. Because once we smack those dudes, or once we smack this dude more like, since we're further away from him, But once we smack him, the barrier will go down. So we need everyone to be ready to jump in as soon as possible. Oh, that puts us in range of a dude. Slightly concerning. Wait, do we have thunder? Does Ivy have a thunder tome? She does. It's not enough, but... Dang it. I know what we can do.
Help me be a righteous dragon.
Sure, blue.
Come to my aid, hero.
Gotcha time! We got a royal knight. They'll finish it off. Wait, no, not what I meant to do. I meant attack. Okay, Diamant, get up there, because we need you to finish off that dude. Oh, good thing I had the willy glands equipped. Okay, he's done.
Afraid anymore.
The fact that they're just out of range is annoying. Especially because I don't have Ivy on this side. Oh no! When did Ivy get here? I thought I put Ivy on this side. Oh, Ivy couldn't kill him anyway. Alright, Diamant, just focus on getting up to that dude. Can anyone one round that dude? The answer, it seems, is no. Which is a bit concerning. Especially because I've left Diamant out there in the open. Oh, that's what I can do. Jean can move out of the way after he attacks. So he can now move back there. %.
Think whatever you like.
And then Ivy finish him off.
I will atone.
Then Fugado and Vale are actually going to move down because he's going to do his big blast attack. His Biden blast, if you will. And yeah, we don't want to deal with that.
beautiful while you lasted.
So next turn, we'll get rid of the last of the barrier. And then the turn after, we begin wailing on him. Oh, okay. He's doing it that way instead. Which is a little annoying, because it means Sailing's gonna be in range of these dudes. How far can Seedall go? He can't get her out of there, okay.
We meet again, Duma. Please, do no...
There we go. Another one bites the dust. Alright, his res is garbage. I don't really want him in range of this dude. Why did he have to target this way? I just have to hope that Saline survives. Actually, if I go from a range, not that range, this range, that allows me to get closer to a Sombron. I'm not accepting that. I refuse. Look, I've already done this once. I've already done this map once. I'm not above rewinding a little to deal with this shit. There we go. Shield's down.
The shield is gone.
But we don't attack yet. What we do is we get everyone in position, ready to swoop in. And now that we know this is just his life bar, there's no sense saving our engages. We just go all in. Biden blast. That definitely looked like it hit us. Nice try, my dude. Tried to disarm me so the tome guys could safely attack. No, no. Oh, phew. Because if they had both hit, that would have been, Can he... Is he in range? He's not in range. Alright. It's time to swoop in.
My resolve is unchanged. Emblem engage!
So I want to... Hold on, let me see where Aaliyah can... Okay. So like here. Or can Aaliyah get to that one? Yes. So I'll position Saline here so that with her Warp Ragnarok. So that Aaliyah can get the support bonuses. She might be able to do more if she just attacks normally, but she is low on health.
My apologies. I strike through!
He can only attack diagonally. Which means engaging wouldn't do me any good. In his case, since none of his weapons are ranged. Aside from the light brand that I just got. Is light brand ranged actually? It is, yeah. He has slightly less res, so any of my magic users, I do want to keep them using magic. Vale has unfortunately already expended her engage. Oh, she actually does way more damage with her dagger because she can attack multiple times. Nice. I really should be getting all of my backup units in position first, now that I think about it. Okay, Anna. Oh, Claude's here. Perfect. So go in with the bow.
My turn.
Because if I get all the backup units in position, that's a bunch of chip damage. They may be incredibly inaccurate against Sombron, but it's something. So we've used up 4 of our 14 units to get down 1 health bar. That is a little concerning. Oh, shit. Right, Silver Axe is cracked.
Here to help.
Thanks, Alfred.
Over here.
Oh, I should have engaged. Hold on, I'm gonna rewind because I want to see if she would do more damage with the Sword of the Creator. I forgot I had that. Oh, and I keep forgetting to engage.
Emblem, engage!
I'm like, yeah, it's time to go all out with our engage. No, she actually still does more with the Silver Axe. Okay, never mind. That's fine.
One for me.
I'm still engaging anyway. Just for the sake of it. Panette's fucking cracked. Now if I engage here, we can use more magic. But we actually do more with the dagger. Oh, we do the same. Leave Micaiah for now. Whether or not the bolt axe is better, there's no sense not to engage. Okay, so it would be better to just straight up kill.
I'm here.
Keep it coming! Me too!
Everyone missing.
Poor thing.
Okay. That's another one down. Oh, I should have gotten Tamara in position earlier. Oh, move her here so she's closer to Diamant.
Emblem, engage!
Okay. Let's see what deals the most damage. Looks like Silver Lance so far. Ragnar. For once, one of the engaged weapons is actually better. Can we get the lucky crit?
My turn.
Get one crit. Not done yet.
Only does 4 damage. Can't get the lucky crit, unfortunate. What if... just have Seedol dance. Because I'm pretty sure Yato isn't dragon effective. And we're probably better off just getting Panette to attack again, rather than having Seedol attack. Yeah. Look at that. Assuming she hits the 88.
Come and get it.
Over here.
My turn.
Let's go, Panette.
As expected.
Okay, final health bar. Sure, why not? It doesn't do any extra damage, but might as well engage. I'm really just doing this to get a small amount. Like, it does a tiny amount of chip damage, but it gets her in position for Alfred to use his engage skill.
My muscles are yours.
Now, would I do more if I just attacked normally? This does 20 with Represalia. Oh geez, 38? And if I did this... Okay. Never mind that then.
Come and get it.
Allow me.
Me too. All mine.
Oh wait, why'd I was supposed to use Fencelia, I'm dumb. I don't really need to rewind though. Oh, so I can't attack diagonally to like hit him from 2 away? Oh, I should have checked if any of Tiki's probably got something that's strong against dragons.
My turn. Keep it going.
Oops.
Not done yet.
It's fine, as long as I get him down far enough for Aaliyah to land the final blow. I've still got 2 mages over here. Look at that. We'll be fine. Ivy might even... Oh no, Ivy can't get a crit.
Get one crit. All mine.
Here's another.
Me too.
All those misses. Oh no, she's just straight up gonna kill it. Okay, oops. I meant to let Aaliyah get the final blow, but I guess Ivy got it instead. Anyway, we did it again. We beat the final boss again. Now, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it doesn't, the game doesn't crash this time. There we go. Can I, like, speed through this? I don't... Oh, hands off the controller. I don't want to press skip in case it skips the like, proper ending. So, and there doesn't seem to be a way to speed this up. So I guess we're just going to sit here, wait, and hope that it doesn't crash. I guess I can start going through my thoughts on the game now. I will say, the story is very much not like a super serious story. But like, it's still a very... For me, it doesn't need to be a super serious or deep story to be enjoyable. And it was very enjoyable. I had fun. They still got me with a few twists, even. Like, it's not... Like, I've described it as Saturday morning cartoon Emblem. But there were still a few twists that got me like, oh, didn't see that one coming. And gameplay-wise, it's great. It's great. Like, I've seen people say, like, if you want a super serious, like, deep story and whatnot, go to Three Houses. If you want, like, good old map design, good strategy gameplay, come to Engage. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. I do still, like, I'm not sure if I want to stream future Fire Emblem games just because... Like, here's the thing, right? With the way Fire Emblem is divided into maps, I probably make more progress on a single Fire Emblem stream than I would in a normal RPG. It just feels like less progress because you spend the entire stream on 1 or 2 maps. So, I don't know, maybe I will still... Maybe. Because then it also has the problem of, like, you don't want to just end the stream in the middle of a map. There's not a good, like, ending off point. Yeah, I guess next week I will see, like, if I'm in the mood to do, like, the DLC chapters or not on stream. Man, I had such plans for today, and that crash threw them in the trash. Maybe I'll still have time to draw something. I don't actually have to cook tonight, so I've got enough in the freezer. So maybe I can give myself some more time to get Europe Pro Fire Emblem. I do still have other Fire Emblem games that I could play on stream. Like, I haven't finished any Root of Three Houses. I have the like special edition of the original Fire Emblem. And then on my, like, I don't know if I'm ever gonna get around to streaming on my Wii U again, but I do have a few Fire Emblem games on there as well. So who knows? Maybe we'll come back to Fire Emblem at some point. But for now, like, either we're going to do the DLC and then we're going to take a break from Fire Emblem, or I'm just going to take a break from Fire Emblem. But we're not... If I do take a break from Fire Emblem, we're not going to do some, like, big ol'... We're not going to start some big ol' game next week. Because Pokemon's coming very soon. And when Pokemon comes out, you can bet I'm going to play nothing but Pokemon. I'm crossing my fingers. Let me just... Like, the sun is shining directly on my Switch. Let me just close the blinds. Maybe that will, Maybe it's getting too hot or something. Maybe that's why it crashed before. Completely close the blinds. There we go. The sun is no longer shining on it. Let's cross your fingers and hope it doesn't crash. We're almost at the end of the battle data. Holding my breath. There it is. Oh, Panette was the MVP this time. Makes sense. She did finish off like 2 of the dude's health bars. Don't go to sleep. Okay, battle data. Fade out. And then... I hear music, it didn't crash. Alea and Salien. Alea became the new Divine Dragon Monarch. Her bonds with the rulers of each nation resulted in everlasting peace. Salien's political work involved passing harsh judgments, but her gentle heart persisted. She cherished the time she spent drinking tea with Alea. After the Divine Dragon Monarch took the throne, Vander ceded his role as steward, choosing to live as a knight in the Somnial. The new monarch and her friends visited Vander often. He always met the group with a smile as he took joy in remembering his journey. Clan succeeded Vander as a steward. As he grew older, his level-headed demeanor was likened to Vander's own. He was so revered, the Divine Dragon Monarch, that he tested the candidates on their love for Alea. It's going too fast for me to read. Fram served as a steward, maturing into a protective force every bit as calm and attentive as Vander. Her zeal for the Divine Dragon never waned. When it came to choosing the next steward, she held a cheering contest for all the candidates. Alfred. As King of Firene, Alfred forged a new non-aggressive pact with Lethos and the other countries, ensuring a long period of peace. Records reveal Alfred's reign was brief, as he died an early death. However, he was loved by his people, and there is no doubt his life was full of joy. Sag. Besides serving Firene with her own strength, Etier bulked up its soldiers with a regiment of weight training and muscle stimulants. Some said this was at odds with her nation's pacifist ethos, but it was celebrated in her hometown, where to this day orange flowers are grown in her honor. Yeah, if you don't give Alfred the bond ring, he dies due to his heart condition. Boucheron worked upon many years to restore Firene. Upon seeing Flora Port fully restored, he cried tears of joy. He often road connecting that was called Boucheron's Passage. Yeah, I kind of got spoiled on the fact that Alfred dies in his ending. Though he retired as a knight and became a butler to the royal family, the black tea he brewed and his attentive care aided them in running the government. His interest in people watching was a lifelong love, but however many tried to join him, he always preferred to stroll the gardens alone. They're level 7 unpromoted. Chloe comforted the royal family and her fellow soldiers with deliveries of folk food. Soon, Firene's local delicacies started including more unusual flavors. Years after, she met someone at a food stall and they had a fairy tale whirlwind romance that blossomed into a lifelong love. As the new king of Brodia, Diamant ordered a halt to all invasions and worked to reform his people's attitudes on Elusia. Some nobles resisted Diamant at first, but his vision for the future earned their favor. By exporting ore, Brodia was able to shift it to a booming trade economy. Amber was overjoyed to see Diamant sit on Brodia's throne. He patrolled the kingdom to quell post-war chaos, and misadventure followed him at every step. In time, he became one of the very legends he so admired. Portraits always honored him near alpacas, confounding scholars. Jade celebrated Diamant's rise to the Brodian throne with pride and further dedicated herself to Brodia as a Knight of the King. She always found time to write despite her busy schedule and managed to complete over 100 humor novels in her lifetime, all celebrated as masterpieces. Alcris took over all clerical duties at Brodia Castle and provided aid in Elusia's recovery effort. The two nations grew to trust each other, expanding mutual trade. He was praised as a brilliant yet humble strategist who kept his brother and the king safe, blah blah blah. Lapis traveled to war-torn towns and taught citizens how to repair their homes. At every stop, she left large, delicious potatoes from the farm of her village. The popularity of these taters brought her village wealth and prosperity and earned Lapis the new title, the Potato Goddess. Citrine redoubled her efforts to sway Brodian nobles away from warfare and advocating for peace. Some were unmoved, but many took her words to heart. Despite a great weight on her shoulders, she gracefully was ever present, and especially loved at balls and galas she so loved. As Queen of Elusia, Ivy strove to rebuild her war-torn nation and improve its insular culture through diplomacy with Brodia. Her decision to import ore gave rise to lucrative mineral processing industry. Ivy's legacy endured on even after Alea had passed on. After completing his work as Princess Ivy's retainer, Zelkov's next pursuit was to create a shelter for children in Illusia who were orphaned by the war. He and his new family were very happy and said the children all learned to speak in a profound and meaningful way. Kagetsu disappeared after Ivy's coronation. Some said he was off searching for a worthy opponent. In fact, he had gone home to ask his family's permission to live in Illusia and serve the queen. Working under Ivy, he'd visit to the Pale Sands, blah blah blah. After her sister's coronation, Hortensia returned to Illusia's academy and soon graduated at the top of her class. Her natural charm was later key to negotiations with Brodia. She and Ivy were remembered and their contributions they made to their Rosado was dubbed a knight for his service. He traveled the land seeking to destroy the corrupted for good, resuming his studies once the task was done. Later in life, he returned. He earned further fame as an artist. A portrait of the royal family at their cutest still hangs in the Illusia castle. Though she was dubbed a knight for her service, Gold Mary soon discovered that her true gift was teaching. She became a top instructor at Illusia's academy. Many of her students went on to do great things, that she felt a need to apologize to her classes for the pressure placed on her. Tamara traveled far and wide after the war. Still, she never forgot her duties as a queen, returning to the palace to greet guests with a smile. The people Tamara met during her travels cared very much for her, and she became the most beloved queen in Solm's history. Marin traveled with Tamara, gathering materials for her book on rare creatures. Though it had few readers upon publication, the work became treasured for its insight on dragons. In her many years, Marin went back home and took her place as matriarch, uniting her village. Panette served Tamara as her knight and ensured her safety through devious ploys. In time, she could subdue an enemy with a single blow. Though she searched for her missing parents, she never found them. Still, she quietly rebuilt her family's church. Fogado traveled aimlessly until Tamara's coronation, and then returned to the palace to serve behind the scenes as her advisor. Though few reliable accounts of his life were left to the history books, it said he met someone during his travels and they spent the rest of their lives together. 0 battles. Pandreo founded a popular new religion worshipping all dragons. He planned a huge Rakos party in Lethos, but when Vanderbalk, he made it slightly tamer. Bunet rebuilt his parents' bistro. It became wildly popular for serving dishes beloved by Solm royalty as well as Alia. He left to tour the world in taste food, putting all he learned into a book, and that became the Bible for chefs. Anna finally reunited with her family. She had many sisters, all with the same name and face, but only she had ever traveled with the Divine Dragon. The Emblem's success in the war, the rings became strongly in fashion. Jean became a great doctor, and after taking over his father's clinic, he visited Lethos once a month to make house calls. Passionate about researching new medicines, Jean found his village's famous tea leaves could be developed into a panacea. His discovery was studied for years. After the war, Yunaka became a street performer. She put on a captivating act for a few years, then vanished without a trace. Did she perish? Did she start a new life far away? The truth is unknown. Some say the Divine Dragon's monarch used unusual word... Okay. Seedal became famous the world over for his dancing and fortune-telling. In his later years, he was a traveling performer telling of his time with Alia. According to the fortune he read for himself, he was fated to meet with good people, enjoy great food, and live a very happy life indeed. After the war, Lyndon returned home to a leisurely retirement. He passed on a peaceful spring morning, returning to the side of his beloved wife in the hereafter. For his friends and allies, his memory lives on when they taste a pastry or hear the sound of thunder roaring in the sky. Sophia returned to Brodia Castle and took up a position in King Diamond's personal guard. Later in life, she retired to her village and started a seafood restaurant. Though small, the place attracted customers far and wide. Its menu featured a dish said to have been loved by King Morion. Vale took over Gradlon and made it a lush green land. She resisted the crown for over a century, then at last gave in to her people's wishes and became the first monarch in Gradlon. By then, many of her old friends had died, but their offspring and Alia were at the event. Morvier strove to atone by aiding others. His good deeds continued into late life, when he went out and was never heard from again. Some say he was in an accident, others that a victim of the Four Hounds took revenge. The only certain is that Vale and the Divine Dragon Monarch were in his thoughts to the end. Oh, she's dressed like Lumera. Good game. Good game. I enjoyed. Even if it crashed right at the end. Oh, and there's Alfred. Lyrics? Why do the credits have their Japanese names? Oh, probably because these are the Japanese voice actors. Are the English voice actors credited as well? They'd better be. Singing your stream titles? No, this is a different song. Oh, there's the English voice cast, okay. So the credit has the Japanese voice actors first and credits them using their Japanese names, which is interesting. Like the Japanese names of the characters. There's Diamant. And his retainers. Oh, Alchrist actually looks confident for once. That's nice. I'm glad I decided to do that now, instead of, you know, doing it off stream. It feels better ending on this than ending on a crash. And there's Ivy ascending to the throne. Man. Oh, is that meant to be like the grave of their father? Maybe. Ah, yeah, they're bringing flowers. I don't know what to say. I'm bad at putting my thoughts into words, honestly. But like, I really enjoyed this game. I may have had to take like extended breaks because I just like, I was having trouble streaming it. But in the end, I really did enjoy it. That said, I do think I enjoy Fire Emblem more off stream. When I'm not like trying to commentate on the way I'm or I'm strategizing or whatever. But I don't know. I'm glad I was still able to share this experience with all of you. Oh, and there's Anna reuniting with her family, who funnily enough are dressed exactly like Awakening Anna and Fate's Anna. And there's Cedar and Yunaka. Oh, then this one's the actual... Oh no. It's different. And then Lyndon and Sophia. All the characters who aren't related to the royals. Or connected to the royals. And then there's Vale. I wonder if you like if you're like playing on classic mode and some of these characters die, do you just not get? Is that? It's like there's Vale and Morvia, but that is she related to Marnie? 'Cause she really looks like her. That's nice. Oh? Post-credit scene, let's go. Marvel Stinger. Aaliyah will return in Super Smash Brothers. The Super Smash Brothers initiative.
Today's the day of my coronation. Today I'll be crowned the Divine Dragon Queen. I had hoped that all of you would be standing by my side for the occasion. But I guess not.
Shine on, Emblem of Beginnings!
Worth a try. I wonder if we'll ever meet again.
Aha! I knew we'd find you in here!
We must have looked everywhere.
Everyone.
The coronation is going to start any minute now.
All right, time to get changed, unless you're wearing that.
Yeah, I guess I should, huh? Huh?
Well, hurry up! Come on!
Whoa, okay, I'm coming.
That was cute.
Someday, in the future, our paths may cross once more. Our bonds can be reforged time and again. Whenever you desire, you need only say the word.
Engage!
Your army. Oh, okay. We don't need to see that again.
Engage.
Lyra! Welcome, welcome. You caught us right at the end. We just finished the game for a second time because it crashed the first time. We finished. No, normally I would have ended stream like half an hour ago, but I had to do the final chapter twice because it crashed during the credits and I didn't get to see all of it. That was good though. I'm glad I got that out of the way now. I enjoyed this game. It was fun. I liked it. Congrats on finishing. Thank you. Thank you. So I've already gone through what my streams for next week are gonna be. Next Saturday is gonna be my next stream. And I'll probably be playing Pikmin again. I don't know what I'm gonna do next Sunday. We might play Engage's DLC, we might play something else. I don't know. I don't know. I just need to fill time until the Pokemon DLC comes out. Anyway, I have more people now. I guess I should actually look for someone to raid. So out of touch, I didn't know Engage has DLC. Yeah, they released it all so fast. It was like within a few months of it releasing. Presumably because the game had been done for ages and it just got like delayed to hell and back because of COVID. But yeah, they have like they have a bunch of like maps you can do to get extra emblems, and then they also have like a proper DLC story that like takes place in an alternate world or something. Who's online? Is there anyone I want to raid? My head Engage has been out for like a month. Yeah, it came out like in January, I think. No one I know that well, but we can raid Nova Swarm again, I guess. Let me just see. Oh, there were a bunch of people. Screw it, let's just raid Cell again. So, oh. Both streams this week, we're raiding into someone who's playing Pokemon Legends. Gonna raid Cell Kittens. Cell is currently playing Pokemon Legends Arceus. Here are my raid messages if you would like to join the raid. Thank you for streaming, no worries, Theo. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here for both of my clearing the game. Thank you for streaming, no worries, Lyra. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully I still have some time to do some drawing this afternoon. I don't know if I'm going to, but we'll see, I suppose. Thanks. Thanks for watching. Otsukame. Bye bye. Let's just do my outro before I start rambling.